180 days. That's exactly the number of days you have left before JEE 2027. And here's what nobody tells you about these 180 days. Students jump from 40, 50,000 ranks in the span of these last 6 months. Same coaching, same syllabus, same number of hours. The difference comes down to a handful of decisions and one specific week in these 6 months. I'll tell you exactly what this one specific week is by the end of the video. In this video, I'm going to be telling you literally everything you need to know 6 months before JEE for you to save your entire JEE preparation. First of all, we need to talk about the mistake you're probably doing right now. The backlog trap. Now, lakhs of students are doing exactly the same. They're stuck in the cycle of backlogs. These backlogs are just chasing you forever and you are just in a cycle. First, I'll clear the backlogs and then I'll move on to my next topics. But in this process, you're further creating more backlogs. This plan fails for a brutal reason, for a fact that the syllabus is not equally important. If you take up the last 10-year JEE papers, you realize that there is a very, very repetitive pattern in the exam. A small cluster of chapters keep showing up and consist almost half of the paper. To make this easy for you, I have created a list of the most important chapters from all physics, chemistry and maths which you need to study. This list has all the most important chapters which consist almost 70 to 80% of the paper. I've also added a few extra chapters which you should be doing when you have time. I'll share this checklist in the WhatsApp community I've made. It's an absolute free WhatsApp community which you can join, and I'll be sharing almost every important thing you need in that community. So quickly go join. I'll also share the checklist which you definitely need to follow in the last 6 months. Now you have the list of the chapters. Now how do you target these chapters? Like I always say, first you're supposed to go and watch a one-shot video and make sure that you grab the theory. Make a very clear understanding. Right now it's time for you to just have a gist of an understanding and grab the topics that are important and not cover the entire syllabus with great quality because you don't have time. So one shot, make your theory clear. I've mentioned almost in all of my videos the best one shots you can watch. Once you're done with the lecture and you're clear with the theory, you make a small revision theory notes, very small and precise, and then you make a formula sheet and start practicing questions. So here's the 6-month rule. You no longer have to complete all the backlog starting from the first. You need to give priority to the most important chapters. And two, you need to start practicing questions, specifically PYQs, because JEE is a very, very repetitive exam. And always remember, now it's the time for you to practice and revise. Do not go behind perfection. Completing a chapter perfectly with 100% perfection shouldn't be your target because right now you have less time, so it should be more strategical and smart. Perfection is luxury, and right now in the last 6 months left, you don't quite have that luxury, and that's completely fine. It's time for you to work smart. Now we have the chapters, we have the resources, and we also found out how to study. But fixing what you study is only half of the equation. Because in the last 6 months, there's one thing that most students skip and is the most important part in your entire preparation, and you know what I'm talking about. The mock test protocol. Mock tests are so important. I've talked about it since my first video because trust me guys, it's very important. We as students fear to give mock tests because of our scores. I completely understand. I was once a student who was genuinely scared. I gave very less mock tests because of the score, because I didn't have the patience to sit for 3 hours and give the paper, because I did not even know how to solve half the questions and I did not know problem solving. But the whole point of mock tests is for you to get used to it, for you to kill that fear of giving mocks, for you to make a habit of sitting there for 3 hours, and to make sure that you get used to time-based practice. Now let's talk in detail about these mock tests. When you give tests, especially at this time, that's 6 months before the exam, you shouldn't be considering the score of these tests as your final score. No, because you are learning. Start giving tests no matter what stage of your preparation you are at right now, because it plays a very, very important role in this entire preparation without you even knowing. Now, for every 3 hours you spend in a test, you at least spend 6 hours analyzing it. I know it sounds insane, and I know some people don't even analyze it. You just see the score and you get demotivated and you stop giving tests. But let me tell you how to fix this. For every test, after every wrong answer, You are supposed to take the question and put it in three buckets. Bucket one, concept gap. You did not know about the concept. It was a new thing. You just did not know how to solve it. Bucket two, you did a silly mistake. Calculation mistake, question you read it wrong. Any kind of silly mistake is in bucket two. Bucket three is time death. You knew how to do it. You knew the concept, but you just didn't have time to do it. Now, for most students, buckets 2 and 3 are usually more higher than the first one. Even if the first one is higher, it's completely not a problem. Guys, you're giving tests to learn from it, not you're not testing your entire existence. It's fine if you get a low score. It's fine if you get a lot of questions and it's silly mistake. Okay, it's a concept gap. It's fine. It's time for you to learn. You should be thanking God because you knew it before the exam and it was not your final exam. It's good. If you get a concept gap, it's a sign that you didn't study this and there is a chance of this coming in the real paper as well. So take it as a sign like that. Take everything in the learning mindset, no matter what it is, no matter how bad your score gets. The most important thing is you get into the learning mindset. Every wrong question, learn it. Understand why you got it wrong, solve it, not get it, watch video solutions. And now there is AI. So if you don't know how to solve it, put it into AI, ask it to explain, get the solution. You have ways to solve your problem. Find it and solve it. So now I told you after each test, you're going to be analyzing the questions and putting them into three buckets, which is why you're going to start an error notebook. A notebook where you write all the mistakes you've done, the new questions, every question you got wrong, and everything you learned new, you're going to be writing it in this new notebook and you're going to revise it very regularly. In fact, every week or whenever you're giving another test. Before every mock test, and in fact, even before your final JEE exam, you read your error notebook and your short notes. These two are the only most important things that you're making for your future. So make sure you put all the efforts in doing this. Okay? So trust me, guys, mock tests are hard. It can get demotivating, and that's completely fine. As a JEE aspirant, it's completely normal to fear mock tests or to get low scores, to get a good score and get a bad score again. It's completely fine. This score doesn't define your actual score. What decides your actual score is how you handle these small problems and everything in these 6 months. Now, talking about that 1 week. When you keep giving mocks, there will be a time where your scores freeze or in fact go low. At that specific time, you will have two options: quit and just get demotivated and like say this is not my cup of tea, and two, not care about the score and keep trying. Analyze it, learn from the mistakes, and learn everything that you didn't know from that test. This exactly is what makes you different from all the other students. This is what makes a topper different from all the other regular students. A normal student at this time starts panicking, abandons their system, starts spiraling, goes to YouTube and everywhere else and just does everything else but not studying and everything else but not targeting why their paper went bad and how they can learn from it. Comment down below that I will not care about the score and I will give mock tests consistently. Now, remember this. PYQs over anything. The last 15 years of paper, chapter by chapter, thoroughly should be the most important priority in your preparation right now. PYQs are the closest things to your actual JEE main paper. So when you're giving mocks or practicing questions, make sure that all of this revolve around PYQs. And then, as I said, one formula and concept sheet per subject. This is so important. You don't realize it right now, but in the end, when you're 20 days, 10 days, 5 days before your exam, the only thing that you should be doing is reading your error notebook and these small concept sheets. The most important concepts and the most important formulas, everything in one sheet of paper. So start making this right now, a formula and concept sheet per subject. It's very important, and make sure that you revise this almost every day or at least once in 3 days. And the next most important thing is spaced recall. Make sure that every Sunday you take all of these notes, everything you studied, everything you learned from your mock tests, from your lectures, whatever it is, make sure that you revise it, practice a few questions, practice the questions you didn't get right, everything one Sunday, every Sunday, keep doing this. This is very important for you to make sure that you recall everything. Guys, trust me, do all of this and you are ahead of 99% of the entire competition. Now, if you still have a question, do I have enough time to crack JEE? I've not started anything. I don't know what to do. If all of this is still in your head, Clear all of it, do everything I told you to do in this video, start now, use the checklist which I'll share and follow everything consistently with full determination. And guys, trust me, after 6 months, your exam is going to go really well and you are going to come back to this video and tell me how amazing it went. Now, here's the last thing. Every strategy video collapses if you can't protect your daily focus, because a 6-hour study session means nothing if your phone interrupts you every 5 minutes. There's a number 23 minutes 15 seconds. That's quietly deciding your rank every single day. I will be breaking down exactly what this number means and how to stay focused and fight distraction in the next video. Guys, that's it for today's video. Trust me, you still have time. You have time and you can crack it if you decide you want to crack it. Cancel out all the voice around you, all the teachers, everybody who's telling you you can't do it. They probably couldn't do it. You can do it. I know you have boards. I know it's hectic. Everything, I get it. But everyone has done it. You will do it too. And trust me with this, you can do it. There's literally nobody else who can do it other than you. Guys, one last thing. Everything in this video, you almost already knew. The most important chapters, the PYQs, the mock tests, everything you already knew. And still, students fall. Because here's the most uncomfortable truth about the last 6 months. Nobody fails JEE in one day. One skipped session becomes 3. Procrastination is a never-ending cycle unless you get out of it, and you know it more than anybody else knows. 3 days of not solving questions becomes a month. Consistency is what you're lacking. And just like this, week by week, you're getting closer to your final exam. This cycle is what most students do not get out of. Why do students not crack JEE even after studying so hard? It's not because you're weak. It's not because you're lazy. It was never designed to keep you consistent. TOPPERSTREAK is a mock website created by top IITians and IITians and reviewed by the top faculties. And if you miss 7 days in a row to practice, you will be kicked out. That's exactly why we have TOPPERSTREAK, a consistency tool that tunes in with your practice, make sure that you practice with time consistently and show up every single day. Disappear for a straight 7 days and you are kicked out. This holds you accountable and shows you that if you show a lack in your consistency, you're held accountable and you are shown consequences. The day you're not consistent, you are kicked out, no forgiveness feature, nothing. TOPPERSTREAK is only $199 per month, which is less than a Domino's pizza. If you are really that serious and you want to practice the most important PYQs in time-based manner, full mock test containing the past PYQs and chapter-based PYQ questions as well, all time-based like a perfect mock test, go check it out. Along with that, we also have an anti-distraction study zone where you can get in and study free of distractions. I'm not here to pitch it. I'm just here to show you how important it is for you right now. And if I was a student, how fast I would have gotten it. The link will be in the description. And if you think whatever I said right now is hitting a nerve, go check it out.